almost didn't go on this bike tour today because I've been feeling super tired, kind of run down. And I'm so glad that I changed my mind and went on the bike tour anyway, because it was so amazing today to see Ubud and the surrounding areas from a bicycle. So it was an e-bike. It was an electronic bicycle. So you could pedal if you wanted to, but you had the help of the motor, which was super helpful on some of the hills. And then we also were kind of like on this back muddy dirt pathway for a minute. And yeah, I've been feeling a bit worn out. I have a friend in town in Bali visiting me, so I want her to see all the things in Bali. I want her to experience the culture and the area and the coffee fields and the rice paddies and the temples and everything. I want her to experience everything. And I'm also trying to keep the balance of this daily schedule I'm trying to build, which is daily videos and posting daily, and just trying to, just be consistent with my schedule and really keeping myself as the priority in my life right now. And so I almost said no to today, and it was one of those feelings I had when she was asking our guide Dewa to book the trip. It was like this instant, like, I should go. And it wasn't too early in the morning. We started around 9 a.m. Got picked up by a driver. We literally drove down the road maybe 3 minutes to where the e-bikes are and where the tour starts. So super close to where we're staying already. And had a small introduction to each other and to the bikes, and just went on our way. And there was so much laughter today. There was so much fun meeting new people. We had another girl in our group from the Netherlands, so I am gonna put some videos and things on here so you'll see like what we got to see, and you'll see us on the bikes and stuff. So Noor got to be with us, and then our guide Wayan, he tells us so much about the rice paddies, about the temple, and then we had a great tour by another guy named Ray who talked to us about the coffee. And just meeting all these people and hearing about all these things in Bali is really such a refreshing reminder of the heart of this area, you know, the culture, the Hindu traditions, the rice paddy tradition. I look so sexy right now. We are on a e-bike tour of outside of Ubud. These are the rice paddies. Ooh. The bikes are really fun. You don't really have to pedal. So it's basically like riding a motorbike, but it's still so cool here. Lots of rice paddies. So beautiful. Once we were out of the city of Ubud, just more outside of it, there was a lot less traffic. The roads got a bit narrow though, and that's when it started to get spicy but fun. Super
some nice big turns and dips and all the things. We got Karen back there, my friend Karen, who's visiting. It was her suggestion to go on this e-bike tour, which I'm really glad I decided to do, because at first I was thinking, I don't know if I want to go. I was, I don't know, for some reason not feeling it, and she kind of talked me into it, so I'm really excited she did. Stay tuned for more.
One thing that YN was talking to us about the rice paddies is that, you know, one field could actually feed multiple families who live on that land, and how none of the younger generation want to be farmers because there's no money in farming. And it's interesting because coming from Montana and coming from Wyoming, I know that I feel like there was a concern about farming and ranching, because it is something like in school that we're attaching money to be the only value in something. Whereas, so a lot of kids who are growing up on farms or growing up on ranches, you know, they don't want to continue their family's legacy because, you know, they're learning in school that, like, oh, you can make more money living in the city doing finance or being a doctor or whatever. And I really think it's kind of a missed opportunity, because especially, I was talking to my friend Karen, who's the one visiting, and she was saying it's actually kind of coming back, because now there's a lot of like farm to table experiences, and ranching and farming, it's kind of coming back, and people are really recognizing that it is an important career and it is a cool lifestyle. And I really hope the Balinese people keep their tradition, like these rice paddies, these rice fields going, because yeah, it adds so much character, it adds so much life. It's such a beautiful tradition. It feeds communities, you know, not just a family, it's feeding a whole community. And yeah, it was just interesting to hear YN talk about this when I feel like it's been talked about in my communities back home. We talked about the ceremony at the temple.
Here we are at Pura Dalam Temple. This is where they do cremation ceremony.
And I'm actually gonna clip in what YN says, because he explains it beautifully, the cremation ceremonies.
Tell me about the cremation again.
Okay, the cremation ceremony here, that's very secret ceremony for Balinese, because when the people die, we have to do the cremation. So now depend on the family. If they have enough money to do the cremation ceremony, they will straight to do it. But if not, they will bury it for a couple of years, normally 5 years, because it costs them a lot of money for the cremation ceremony. Yeah, at least for one private cremation cost them around 100,000 rupees. If the family cannot afford, they will
1
bury
million
it.
rupees.
100 million.
100 million. You said 1,000.
100 million. Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
100 million rupees for the cremation ceremony, private.
Yeah.
And so that is, the family have to bury it for 5 years. They will do what we call it collective cremation ceremonies.
Yes.
Few families will do together.
And then what's the process?
Cremation.
Because you do the burning, and then you take them to the ocean, and then you take them to the mountain.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Will you explain?
Yes, the first, so that after we prepare all the offering, and then we will burn the dead's body at the cemetery. And then after the body get burned, so we will collect the ash, and then we put in the young coconut fruit,
Okay.
and then we throw it into the ocean. Yeah, and then after in the ocean, that we will go to the hillside to the biggest temple we call Basaki Temple to get a small offering yeah, from the temple, which is the offering that we believe as a spirit of the god of the dead.
Yes.
Yeah, and then after we get the offering, we will bring it home and we put in our family temple. Then we believe and we hope that the spirit of death will incarnate again in the family. There's a new generation of the family.
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
After that, we went to the rice terraces, which are gorgeous. And so there's all these beautiful rice terraces, and then there's the Bali swing, which I'll put here because it's so fun. It was so fun. So I did feed into the tourist frenzy and did get a few pictures, video on the swing. There was some zip lining up there, but honestly, just sitting at the cafe, having a drink, and looking out at the rice terraces, the landscape is so beautiful, and it's so different from back home. Then we got to do Luwak coffee, and I'm gonna pin the video here of Ray talking about Luwak coffee, because a lot of people not from Bali call it cat poop coffee, but it's really, the Luwak is almost like a raccoon in the raccoon family, and I'll let him explain. I'll cut it in here so he can explain about the coffee, which is a really cool thing that happens in Bali.
So after they eat, I swallow whole thing. We do stomach for fermentation. So fermented around like 8 until 12 hours, but with the enzyme in the stomach, and we waiting for the drop it. Guys, drop it. Look like that one. Yeah, that's how we drop it, and we get the seed from the drop it of animal, and we process that for special coffee we call Luwak coffee.
And that's, so we eat Luwak poop coffee.
Yeah, we call Luwak poop coffee. This is true because it's the process from the poop of the Luwak. Or we call this coffee, the slang name of Luwak coffee, cat poop chin.
Yeah.
Cat poop
heard
chin.
that.
It's like the sound is weird, but actually the coffee seed inside is not contact with the poop because it has the protection. And before that, we process like the clean and like the kill the bacteria with hot water.
Yes.
Yeah, and this one, when they eat a lot of coffee, so the coffee seed is not digested, so it goes through in the food like this. Yeah, so don't worry. So we should be clean first with hot water for kill the bacteria and remove the poop. And when everything is clean, become like this. This is the plain coffee bean. And a plain coffee bean like this, we should be remove the skin because coffee bean has a 2-layer skin. I will show to you the first skin. And the second skin we clean again with the pressed water until we got the green bean inside. So actually the bean inside is not contact with the animal because it has the 2 protection. Yeah, 2-layer protection. And before that we clean with hot water as well. So don't worry, everything is hygiene and clean. Okay. Yeah.
Once we were finished with coffee, we made our way back to town, and it's interesting how the traffic was getting more intense, and we still stayed together. We still did good job on our bikes, no crashes, thankfully. And yeah, we finished at a restaurant actually kind of near our guest house called Warung Gari, Gauri, and had a traditional, I want to say it's called nasi campur, and it's just got all these little dishes on it. I'll put a picture, but it's kind of got like a leg of chicken and some rice and this like green bean onion thing. Some chicken saute. It was a really good meal, a really nice, good traditional meal, and all on leaf, made, like, it's all sitting inside like leaf baskets on the plate. So it was really cool to do that. And yeah, it was such a fun day. I got tons of pictures, tons of videos, learned so much about the rice paddies, the temples, the ceremonies, the people, the Luwak, and I'm so thankful that I didn't stay home. I know that my body's tired. I think I just need to go to bed earlier than I have been, and hopefully that will help me keep the balance of doing activities like this and also still doing all the things I want to do on the daily. And yeah, that's my story today. Thanks for joining.